be nerdy, and you be nerdy.
Okay.
And we'll all have a Triforce of nerd.
Okay.
That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work?
We'll all come together to form one Megazord nerd. Right?
That's right.
I mean, we did that before, but it was on a biscuit. And Aaron always eats it.
That's right.
I don't know why, because he's always the first to go, but he demands he eats the biscuit too.
This is true.
All right.
Okay, get all loosey-goosey.
Ooh, how you feeling? How's everybody doing?
Good. Are we gonna welcome everyone to the show?
No, we're not going to welcome anybody. Nobody comes to the show anymore. It's over. You're fired.
Step into my office. You're fucking fired.
Come see the guidance counselor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. You want to do that, Digital? I see you can do it, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to News Invaders, the show where we talk about games, movies, nerd stuff, Skitzos' beard, Aaron's lighter.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Welcome. First order of business, the first appearance of the Sith Aggressor. Are you on that side? Are you on that side of the window?
He's over here.
Oh, he's over here for you.
I don't know. Like I'm just kind of like down here.
Yeah. Welcome aboard, a regular contributor to the show.
He will be the Snoke of our show.
The Snoke of our show.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps to get on.
That's oddly sexual.
It is. Hey Ben, what's going on?
Good.
How's your
How
week?
you guys?
Real man's drink. That's water nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not sponsored by.
No, we're not
Okay.
sponsored by anybody. Please don't kick
When
us
you guys
off.
playing this. When
Yeah,
you guys
we'll
been playing
have to blur that out.
this week.
How was your week, Mr. Schizo?
It was good.
Or Dr. Schizo.
Guess what I did?
What did you do?
I played Destiny.
Whoa.
And I didn't enjoy it.
You
And then
didn't-
I erased it.
What's you paid?
Did you actually erase it?
It's gone. I took
It's
it off
gone,
the hard
okay.
drive.
I was wondering when that
never-
was going to happen because I was asking you, like, why the fuck are you playing this game?
I couldn't help it. You know what? I got in there, played a little bit more, and I did the reset. I went to Zur, and I went, you know what? I'm done.
The
See
Misfit
you later.
Brothers were actually going to have an intervention with you because it was kind of like you going back to an ex that abused you.
It
right?
really is.
And we were going to have to pull you aside and say, listen, man, there's something seriously wrong, and your friends are here to, really... We've been noticing some behavior lately, and we have to pull you aside. Please.
Everybody got the little letter wrote
Please
up.
come
and
back
was
to the
like,
light.
What?
Mhm.
I erased it.
I
Got
heard
rid of
you.
it.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen anymore.
Well, that's good.
I won't be
You've come to your
abused anymore.
senses.
I'm walking out of it. I'm leaving.
Perfect.
That's it. How about you, Sid?
Hey, no, not that. And listen, we won't be there the next time it beats you.
Yes, you will. Nobody cares about
This is not train spotting. We can't be there all the time.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we do.
You just
and we
go
do care.
Just lock me in a room for like 3 days, and then I'll go sober from it. It's already gone. I mean,
Well,
I'm telling you, I'm done this time.
That's 9/10 of it right there.
And I'll see little babies crawling on the wall and shit, little PSPs or something.
Yeah. Little
gonna be great.
PSPs.
Little Zers will be everywhere.
Yeah. You'll be throwing 3 coins at them. You'll be like, and then they'll be like, no, that's Destiny 1. You'll be like, no, I miss you,
I remember
Destiny
when
1.
they worked.
Yeah.
I remember when they worked.
What's going on?
Yes.
What's going on with Sith? How was your week?
It's all right.
Yeah.
Haven't been doing much.
No.
Last night at GTA 5.
Oh
Seen
yeah.
Skitzos was on there playing some.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have something to say about that.
About
Don't
GTA
you worry.
5.
Don't you worry.
Oh.
That'll be up for the Skitzos rant. Stay tuned.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
That's
okay,
Skitzos,
okay.
right? Good.
Else we do this week.
Yeah.
Airsoft today. That's about it. That's about as exciting as my week's been.
Oh yeah. GTA 5 and Airsoft is all you need.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Been playing anything this?
Well, yeah. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, PUBG as usual and GTA 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the brothers, it's been good.
It has been
Shit.
good.
Yeah. What's in the news?
The news. Well, first of all, let's talk about some Microsoft Game Pass.
Oh man.
Making some noise.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, It's all their content, all the Microsoft games.
Yeah, so
all
basically,
their games.
Yeah, so basically, what they're doing is they're expanding Game Pass to include all games of Microsoft first-party release on day one. So that means Sea of Thieves, Halo, Forza, Gears of War, anything under the Microsoft banner is going to be released with Game Pass. So, $10 US, $8 UK.
All the games that's already on Game Pass as well.
Yeah, there's already a gigantic amount on Game Pass already. So what it's done is, what I can see anyway, my personal opinion is it's becoming the Netflixization of gaming. So this has the potential to, kind of really change the game, no pun intended, of how people consume games. So if Microsoft goes this way and starts with the first party studio stuff and then starts say flipping a cut to a Bethesda or an Activision, then you start seeing other games coming with a monthly subscription included. That will change everything.
I really think too that right now they're not pushing their major titles because their major titles won't be out for another year. I mean, Gears of War, maybe next year. Forza, maybe next year. New Halo, maybe next year. They really need something to get the cash going. And I mean, the way they're doing it is really a long game. They're trying to take it so they expose games like State of Decay 2, which is going to be on it, and Sea of Thieves and Crackdown 3. They're taking those games that might not make as much as you think they would right out the gate and exposing them to so much more people.
Well, yeah, I mean, people were concerned. I mean, there's other casts I was watching and everyone's saying, well, Sea of Thieves isn't really going to be a big blockbuster. But now, if you have it included with Game Pass, people are just going to download it and play it, right? So that, it makes it a no-brainer for a monthly pay, a monthly fee. And then just to have it all included, it's everyone's going to play it now.
Oh yeah,
because you get everything else with it, right?
Well, why not? I mean, it's you're getting it for free, and everybody's paying their subscriptions. Plus, like that Game Pass, it's more expensive than the monthly subscription. So I mean, they're more than doubling the amount of money they get per player every single month.
Well, if you do some quick math, and I mean, others have as well, so I won't get too far into it, but you get X number of people per month. You're looking at 30 to 50 million a month for the average, just a percentile, like a 10 percentile of the total Xbox users out there. You're talking, upwards of 50 mil a month every month. Yeah. And then on our end, on the user end, if you say want to buy two AAA first party titles rather, it pays for it. The whole year is paid for if you're looking at buying two $60 games if you're in the US or $80, if you're in Canada. The whole thing's paid for.
Yeah.
So it's super easy to justify paying a monthly subscription fee.
Oh yeah,
such a
yeah,
thing.
It's definitely.
And then on the Microsoft side of it, they just pile cash in, right? And then that's when they can start going the Netflix route and saying, "Hey, Studio X, make games specifically for us. Build this game just for the Xbox platform, and we'll release it on Games Pass," right? So almost like an ID at Xbox sort of thing, but with major studios, right? That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Plus, like with Game Pass, you got games say maybe out last year or the year before. Like I know, like your Metal Gears and stuff. I mean, if you're getting them games that people haven't bought, I mean, you're going to get that for free.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of it, right? Because I've had Game Pass. I had it during the trial, and then I gave it up for a couple of months, and then I got it again because I was like, well, this was before this announcement. I was like, well, if all else, at least I'll be able to play some of the old backwards compatible stuff whenever I want. And when you download the game on your Xbox, it doesn't go away; it's there. So if it goes off of Xbox, so they cycle through games much like a Netflix style thing. Like it'll be on there for a certain period of time, and then they'll cycle it off and then bring new games in. But if you've downloaded, so say for example, you mentioned Metal Gear. If Metal Gear is on there, you download Metal Gear, then it goes away. You still have it; it's yours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because you have the subscription to them.
That's right.
But it's like I see it as less likely to work if Nintendo or Sony. I don't think they would ever even think about doing the same thing because their first-party games like Zelda and like God of War and Metroid, games like that, already pushed so many millions and millions of games sold by just those names or money made from those things that they never do the same thing that Microsoft's doing. I mean, Microsoft really their first like. They're produced from Microsoft. That's not really the big time money makers on Microsoft. Whereas Nintendo pushes something out and it's Nintendo, it's Zelda. And it was like, that's going to sell and that's going to make millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I think this is a great move by them.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, and I feel like it kind of pushes, like if it's very successful, which I bet it will be, and as soon as everybody else sees, Nintendo sees it, Sony sees, they'll have to change the way that they do their games in some kind of manner just to follow suit because people just look at it and be like, why would I want anything else?
Well, that's it, right?
Exactly.
And then instead of buying, because I mean, games are expensive, so instead of somebody buying, one or two titles here and there, and then maybe a couple of indie titles at a lower price, you can just have everything.
Well, sir,
what about PUBG then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to talk about. I'm about to talk about that shit with them peanut butter points. 30,000
awesome.
peanut butter
30,000 battle points. Hell yeah.
I'm down with that.
Hell yeah.
That's 6 crates, man.
Yeah. So as a thank you for putting up with the initial launch issues, was it? Is that what that was the response, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So instead of the initial deal with it. I'm not going to name any giant, massive studio EAs, but any.
We don't talk about them.
We don't talk about that type of thing. But instead of an attitude like that of them going, "Hey, deal with it, and we'll get to you when we can." This game and this community and this company has listened from the beginning and has released and released and released. And patch after patch after patch, and what they've done now is saying it's kind of, and you might not necessarily want these points or say, hey, it doesn't mean anything because these crates don't mean anything.
Yeah,
and that's fine, but it's at least they're doing something within the game by saying, hey, thanks for coming out, thanks for putting up with this. Here you go.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's not a lot, like you said, but you know what? It's more than most companies would even try to do. They were like, it's a very proactive. We give a shit, and you know what? That makes me a little warm in there, or over here, or in this area, right there. Maybe
the subcockle region,
the subcockle,
somewhere around there. So it's right
That's
there.
right.
I'm like, thank you. I will take it, and I will smile.
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool that they've done that.
Yeah.
It's also good as well because it's and things. Like everybody likes their character to be individual. Getting 10 crates, I mean that's a good chance of getting something half decent. Everybody, instead of however many games, especially considering like even when you get a chicken dinner with a team, you really get maybe a couple of 100 points. They're going to be 30.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no,
you really.
Yeah. So how many crates does that equal out to?
About 6. You'll get about 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it depends. Like if you hoarded your points, you could buy probably more than 30 crates if you bought the cheap ones at the start of every week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but nobody's going to do that. It's like give it all to me now.
Like,
here.
That's it.
I could give you a cookie. You have enough cookies so you can have 1 cookie a day for a week, or I could give you all the cookies right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, give me all the cookies, bro. Next up, let's talk about a little blast from the past.
Oh yeah,
the Duke. The Duke.
I'd seen this. The Duke's coming back.
Yeah, Seamus Blackley, the guy who pitched the idea for the Duke in the first place.
Who I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say he has the largest hands ever crafted on a human being.
That's what I thought. Like this guy must have fucking shovel hands because
See these hands? These used to be strong hands until the Xbox came and took it away.
Yeah, until the Duke came and made me feel like a small man.
And he's teaming up with Hyperkin to bring the Duke back to Xbox and Windows.
So is this a third party? This is not an official Xbox release, then? This is going to be a third. Look at the Duke.
The Duke.
Look at him. That's the original Duke.
That is the original Duke. It's a beautiful.
How the fuck did we play Halo?
Then a white that. Oh man, look at it! It's a monster. Look.
I know.
And you're like, hey, how do I turn my flashlight on?
That's why I've got arthritis and carpal tunnel, and I think I know why.
Are they going to modify the controller though? I mean, is it going to have paddles or anything on the back?
It's pretty much the exact. They're going to have to, right? I haven't read anything about the adding of the extra bumpers, but they're going to have to. I mean, they want it for the Xbox and Windows, and it's officially licensed by Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like Seth was saying, it's got to be modified in some way. And is it and like I mean, even the response time for the the reaction time on buttons and things like that has changed, and access on the D-pads and things like that have changed to improve response and improve sensitivity and all that. And you would have to think they would modify it in some way.
I would say.
I can't help but think, like, considering how wide it is, you would think they would definitely put some sort of paddles on the back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would say. I mean, if they're working and Xbox is pushing it out as an Xbox product, and Hyperkin and Seamus is working on it, I mean, I figure they're going to modify it so it works perfectly with the Windows and the Xbox.
Nothing works as a master race PC player and an Xbox player. I can tell you that nothing works seamlessly between the two, even though they want it to. Yeah, no.
Is it any sort of idea on how much it's going to cost on release?
I haven't seen anything about that yet. Nope, none of that's posted yet.
Okay,
that is pending. We will see soon.
No, that's cool. That you know what I think. What that's going to do is going to obviously the nostalgia version. The nostalgia group of people are going to say, "Oh, I'm buying the Duke," and then you're going to have the people who are like, "You know what? I didn't really like the Duke. I was more of an S," and that's where I bought an Xbox S controller immediately as soon as it came out because it just made more sense for me.
Yep.
But you'll have people say, "Well, maybe they've modified it in some way or another," and then they're gonna go out and buy it too, right? So yeah, it's gonna be neat.
Yeah.
No, that's sweet.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah. So you can play Crimson Skies with the Duke.
Oh, Crimson Skies was so great, man. Make Crimson Skies happen again. I loved it.
They did. It's on Game Pass.
There you go, Game Pass again.
Yeah. Well, I think it was. I don't know if it still is, but there's too many games on it. I can't keep up with them, and they keep releasing new ones all the time.
That really sounds like that's like a burden of riches right there. Just too many games on it.
What is it? It must be more than it's. How long's the Xbox been going now? I mean, you're talking what? 17.
2000 and 2001. I think it was 2000 or 2001 around there. Was when the original Xbox was released. I can't remember either.
Yeah,
not the exact. Anyway, I know it was around there because I had a PS1, and then in 2000 PS2 came out, and it was like more money than I could afford at the time. So I didn't buy PS2 right away. Then I snagged one. I think I got it for Christmas about a year later on a price drop maybe. And then when I went to tech school, my roommate had an Xbox. So he went the Xbox route, and then we were just playing games on Xbox and PS2. So
I had a PlayStation 2 up until I discovered Halo. I went into a game shop one day, and they had Halo to play. I had the wee screen, and then that was it. I didn't want anything else, and I wanted Halo.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I got an Xbox probably halfway through. I think the first remodel version that they ever did. I think that's when I got one, and then I got a 360, and then I got a One, and I had a PS3, but I haven't had too many PlayStation-like products or Sony products since.
I have PlayStation 3, but I only got I got The Last of Us on it. I got the Uncharted games, and then a couple of other ones. But that was it. I just wanted it for those games because they were really awesome. I mean, they are.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you need the Duke to play them.
You gotta have that.
What's next? What's the next bit of news you've seen?
Let's see. Fortnite Studios shuts down Paragon.
I seen that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? They're doing it all right because they're shutting it down, but they're giving everybody a refund for everything purchased in the game.
That says two things to me.
Go ahead.
Number one, good on them for playing. You know, hey, thanks for coming out and playing this game. Here's your money back.
Mm-hmm.
The other thought that comes up is how the fuck much money have they made off of Fortnite?
So much.
If they're making that, that is bananas money to say, hey, here's a dump truck of money for and it's everything ever. Is that's not just the original purchase or the whatever your initial investment was? That's everything.
If you've invested in the game, they're giving you your money back.
That's a fuckload of money.
So they're really like, hey man, Fortnite is just money.
Well,
and it was like, so
I tell you what, that game is proof of clever strategy when it comes to marketing your game, because it started off as one thing, and then as soon as PUBG got announced, they were straight on it, like they were on it, like, and everybody loved it.
I think
not
it's
silly as well because they know when to walk away. Like PUBG's out now.
Yeah, well,
it just focus your attention on that.
So
I think it's a great thing. The same thing we were talking about earlier about companies starting to give a shit or maybe showing more that they care, a more proactive approach thing. And I mean, it's really good to see this light in a world of EA.
I mean, EA is a whipping boy for this whole thing, right? And they are the punching bag because, I mean, in their defense, they go and buy studios and they push the agenda of make money. But there is also a balance of, devs and the art behind it and all that stuff, right? And it's so fucking hard to balance those things.
Yeah.
Right.
I think EA's problem is EA needs to know when to draw a line between business and the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the push games out the door too quick. Mass Effect was a casualty of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Left it alone. Like another 6 months or a year, that game could have been fantastic.
Right.
Yep.
And we're kind of going into that route with Anthem.
Oh, I really hope they leave that alone.
Oh God.
Has that been delayed, or was that official? Because I thought I seen like potentially delayed, but not officially delayed.
They're officially delaying it. They're pushing it. They're pushing it to 2019. We're going to see some Anthem in 2019. And you know what? Nobody's going to say anything about it's the loot crates and everything like that. But you definitely know there's something going on there. We got to fix something in here, people.
Oh.
I don't know.
So they probably
jaded, man.
My thought is they probably had some sort of system in place, not necessarily strictly a loot box system, but some sort of monetization of the game, which conflicted internally. Now again, we're just people on the street. We don't have any insider access or anything like that. It's all speculation, but basically somebody inside said, no, you know what? We got to stop. Look what happened to Battlefront. Look what happened to Destiny. Let's step back and revamp this in some way or another. Yeah. And then somebody conceded after EA losing $3.5 billion in a fucking quarter.
I think they got a bit carried away with FIFA because they got away with it for so long.
Yeah.
Where people were spending abstract fortunes just to get cards.
Well, sports games are a weird niche for a weird. I don't want to say a weird breed of gamers, but there's a certain type of gamer that plays a sports game.
Yeah.
And it's a more casual thing, so you could have somebody possibly pick it up and go, "Oh yeah, I only have so much time to play this, so I'm going to buy some cards, and then you put it down for a little bit, and then you pick it up again because you have a bunch of friends that might be online that you play with, right? It's not a constant thing like a Destiny would be or a Battlefront would be, where you're playing it all the time, and then all the time it goes and...
What's
going on? I don't know. tell you what we'll do though. We're gonna cut this at 42 minutes, and then no, not cut your show. Come
42
on,
minutes. We're
Not long already.
we're running good, man. Running good. 42 minutes, and we got we got some content at the ass.
Yeah.
There you go. You good?
You've got a nice distinguished white streak going down the beard.
There is a nice distinguished white streak down the beard.
That's my wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah. It's only just sort of drooling out the side of your mouth and down your beard.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what it was exactly. I woke up this morning and got out of bed. When I got out of bed, I didn't notice, but there was a big drool spot going right down here. And I go, morning, and I go over to Sydney to get kissed. She's like, you're just drooly. Just look at you. And I was like, oh.
Need to wring that beard out.
It's...
They're all hopped up on sugar, just in time for Mama.
Yep.
All right. Where were we? Battlefront. Something.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like you're right. I mean, they're taking something for niche gamers. They're trying to apply it to a much bigger fan base. Right?
Yeah.
Like average gamer who wants to play a game and just go and play online isn't going to be having it. Right?
Yeah.
And you got to remember too that the average gamer, which is all of us, doesn't have the money to go and drop on the game at $60 to $80 depending on where you live.
Yeah.
Then some extra shit for guns, then some extra, and then and I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to get your attention to hold it all into one game. But there's so many games doing that now that if they all go that route, you're destined to fail at least a certain percentage of them, because say all the attention, let's just use Destiny as an example. All the attention goes to Destiny, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's playing Destiny, and then you have a Star Wars come out, and a FIFA, and an Anthem, and et cetera, et cetera. Well, there's only so much money to go around. And yeah, there's the whales out there who prop this shit up and keep it going, but there's only going to be so much to go around. And you're going to get to a point where one game is going to fail, or half of them, or two of them, or whatever, right? Whatever ones, it doesn't matter. And that's the inevitability of it. So,
plus, I know it sounds daft. I mean, it's not daft, but I mean, you turn a game into like a class system where your average gamer like us, he just goes and buys the game, wants to play the game, and you earn your loot boxes just by playing. It's not nice whenever you're faced with people who are happy to throw away a shit ton of cash, and then they come in and kick your ass all over the place. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the other problem with it if you start doing that sort of shit, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be the same. When you're a gamer, when you're in that space, you're the same as everybody else, or at least you should be the same as everybody else. No distinction, class, color, anything like that.
Goes by skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if you start dying a bunch and losing, hashtag get better, son.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
Not hashtag I'm going to open the wallet up and fucking beat this guy. Because I have a grenade launcher and you don't.
That kind of spoiled cross out for me. Because it was fun right up until you hit that paywall, and then whenever you got this what was it, like points level or power level, and then all of a sudden you were in with people who were throwing money at the game, and they were wiping the floor with you, and then you just felt stuck. You couldn't progress anything without sticking money in yourself.
Right.
Yep. Agreed. And we got how about some Ghost Recon Wildlands? They're throwing loot crates into that.
Are they really?
They are. They're putting loot crates in. They're putting a couple more PvP matches in there, but they're throwing loot crates at it. But before we get down and we start talking about how much, I want to talk about how much I hate loot crates. I will always talk about that. But
I mean, we've kind of beaten that horse to death already. We all, we know.
But what I want to say is, I'm kind of okay with them throwing some loot crates in Ghost Recon Wildlands, because you know what? The game is so old now. So many people have played it. So many people have gotten their money from it. I mean, to throw that in, throw a little bit of extra content. Maybe there's some people that are still hanging on, still enjoying, and then throw some money at it now.
What are you going to get from the loot crates? That's the thing. I mean, can you pay to win with these ones, or is it all for like like funny outfits or shit like that, or?
That's a good question, and that is a question where it just says loot crates. It's undetermined right now.
Okay, so they're being sneaky about it because it's a dirty word. It's a dirty word. It's a dirty word. It's a dirty phrase in the gaming community. So you have to be very careful about how exactly you implement them and how exactly you even market them, right? So
yeah, yeah. Final Fantasy 14 gets a boss hunter mode with Final Fantasy 6 bosses.
No way.
Yep.
So 6 was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
I think 4 would be my favorite out of the 16-bit era. 6 is a close second. So I'd say that'd be number 3, and number 1 is 7.
Yeah.
7 is my all-time favorite.
In the UK, like we were a bit unlucky. The whole 16-bit era missed us completely.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was Final Fantasy 7. That was when it really came over here.
Yeah.
That was a game.
So what bosses are they putting in? It just any of the ones from 6, or do they have a specific list?
Well, the only thing they've shown and they've talked about really is the ghost train.
Oh yeah.
You're going to throw the ghost train in there, but
the one you can't suplex?
You can't go suplexing trains, man. No. But you know what? They definitely are going to take that Phoenix down thing out, right? Because first time I went against that train and I dropped the Phoenix down, and that was it. I don't know. They got to get rid of that.
No, that's awesome. So is it like an arena kind of thing, or how they putting that in?
Like I said, it's so early.
Yeah. Okay.
So early. They might do it like the bounty system in Final Fantasy 15.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you might pick up bounties and stuff.
Right.
Be interesting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Monster Hunter. You guys watch anything on the new Monster Hunter?
I'm on the edge with that, man. I'm so close to pulling the trigger on that game. I've never played a Monster Hunter game. I've always looked at it as, kind of a silly, like a kid's Nintendo game kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this one looks different. It's the same premise. You do go out and you hunt monsters, obviously, with the way it works. But this whole go with your friends and do it.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second here. My mic is going through somebody's TV or something, or it's going through speakers and then coming back through. I'm getting a lot of waka feedback.
I'll turn my TV down a bit. It might be me, being it's a Connect sitting so close to it.
Maybe.
Does that sound better?
Say some more stuff.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's gone now.
That's good.
Yeah, it's probably my TV. It's just a Connect sitting right in front of it, so.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, the idea of going out with your friends and hunting now, and then what they're taking in the elements of that.
Yeah.
The crafting thing sounds pretty cool, innit?
The what? Sorry. Oh, the crafting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's.
And you can make weapons out of them to go after other monsters, and I'm sure it's going to be, the full online element to it, where you can only get certain monsters in certain places at certain times and things like that, right? And they'll have different events. So that's.
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you can go out and you hunt with a group, like an Xbox group, and you can hunt down certain animals, and then when you get those beasts, you can turn them into swords or into armor. I love that. It's like it's all hunting and gathering. It looks great. You get that little companion. That looks cool.
Yeah.
And he helps you fight too. It's like he'll distract, and he's like an active person. So even when you're playing alone, he's distracting the big monsters, and he's actually helping you.
Yeah.
The only problem is, right now, matchmaking is busted on the Xbox.
Oh, is it?
Right now, they're having trouble finding. Like, you can't connect to anybody. It's just you're getting dropped from it.
The initial game launch woes kind of deal.
Yeah.
I think that's why I've kind of committed to never pre-ordering a game again, or I especially won't buy the season pass after being burnt from last year's stuff. But like the Ultra Edition or whatever. So I was kind of holding back on this, but I am so close to getting into this. It's man.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Looks great. Well, let's talk about a little retro. Let's gun it to 88.
It's time to go
Digital.
retro.
Sith?
All right.
Yeah.
What's
We're
up?
talking about Castlevania.
Yeah.
And,
1986.
I was wondering why it was. I couldn't remember the name of it, and
Right.
what it was. Like, I was always a Saga kid, so Castlevania didn't really come onto Saga until later on.
Mm-hmm.
And Castlevania New Generations '94.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it's called Bloodlines in your neck of the woods.
Yes. Yeah.
That was my first Castlevania, and it was greatness. Really enjoyed that game.
My first Castlevania was Castlevania.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was
Mine too.
4 when it came out,
I
so
was
that's dating me. But
we're only around one.
yeah, but no, I didn't play it until later on in the NES life. But that was my first Castlevania. What a sick game!
Oh, it was so great. 1986, and it came out for the Family Computer Disk System in Japan
Famicom disc.
before it rolled out in 87, 88 in cartridge on the NES. Great game, side-scrolling. I mean, it coined the phrase Metroidvania, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to collect. You got to collect to be able to progress even further.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to go back.
Yeah,
Great
set
game.
up
Love
the
the game.
whole the beginning of the Belmont saga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in this house. It is not called Castlevania. It is called Whippy Whippy Wall Turkey.
Whippy Whippy Wall Turkey.
Yeah.
Is that
I like
is that like what you try to do in the game? Is Whippy Whippy Wall Turkey?
That's it. You know, man. Whippy
Wall turkey.
Whippy Wall Turkey. That's all it is, man.
Got me candles for hearts.
yeah.
It was
Hashtag.
So there's only actually one spot that I know of that I remember where there's actually a wall turkey, and then all the rest are just like you just keep whipping at the.
That's all it takes. It only takes one wall turkey, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then,
That's how it's preferred.
Did you ever think about like who was building this castle with fully cooked turkey dinner in it?
Uh-huh.
Right in the walls.
What to the
It-
point? If it's been in the walls that long, I mean, how safe is it deep, really?
Probably not very safe, but it looked good. Well, I
It
mean,
does.
and it also, it replenished your health, so it couldn't have gone bad.
No. Well,
Maybe it was the
It
concrete.
sounds like GM
preservatives.
turkeys to me, man.
Yeah, concrete preservatives or something.
I got to
Yeah.
tell you, man, if I'm in a castle filled with like there's a vampire and there's skeletons and there's zombies and there's all these things and there's rotten decay everywhere. If I find a piece of meat on the floor, I will
First thing you got to do is eat.
strain eating that.
No, you got to eat it. It'll
You
give you health.
gotta eat it. You'll get your health back.
Man's got to eat.
Time to jump to a new segment. We're gonna do a little nerdy movie talk, franchise talk, well over in Sith's corner.
Mhm.
Join in.
Well, for me, big news anyway is that Star Wars Rebels is coming back.
Oh yeah.
Going to finish off as far as I know, this is the last season, so they're going to finish it off February the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched it, watch it, but it's awesome.
I have watched the first 2 seasons of Rebels.
I get it up in you. It gets better. It gets
Yeah.
so much better, especially if you like your Star Wars and you like your shit like that.
Of course.
Yep.
Also, a really good channel, which get a lot of my stuff from, Star Wars Theory.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
He's been covering the Vader comics.
Mm-hmm.
Basically what Vader got up to after Order 66, before, A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are pretty cool. He did a story about Castanu, like that snooty bookkeeper woman from, which one is it? Attack of the Clones.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good story, man. It's definitely
Okay.
worth checking out. Got the whole thing up there.
Sweet.
What else have we got? On Star Trek. If you haven't watched that new Star Trek, get it in you.
which is it's cool to hear you say that, because a number of people have been shitting on this Star Trek, and I don't know why. Because
Then people need to take their faces for a shit. That's like it's so good, man. It's adult. For me, it appeals to me because I'm older now. And when I grew up with Generation and and all the rest of it, and your Deep Space Nine and Voyager.
Right.
And it's like an adult version now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's going back and it's retelling the story. It's just great, man. Pacing's really good, action packed, looks absolutely stunning. Right?
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes, and I mean the effects are fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, dude, they're so good, so good. I cannot recommend it enough. Anybody that hasn't seen it, just check it out on Netflix or whatever way you want.
We'll have to come back after that announcement. There, we'll have to come back and start talking about certain episodes. We'll all go break off and watch it.
Yeah,
binge it.
Sure.
Binge it.
Binge it all.
Binge it all. What else we got up on the news?
What else have we got? Well, we got
Super Punch Out guy.
Have you fucking seen this?
It's great.
I haven't seen it. I tried to get the video for it.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen it happen yet, but it sounds so ridiculous. It's definitely worth a watch.
Sure. So, for those who don't know, this cat says he's going to beat Punch Out and Super Punch Out, but not separately, simultaneously.
One controller.
One controller, splitter, fucking Punch Out and Super Punch Out. Absurd. Absurd. I guess, and apparently he did it in like 11 minutes or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
But you know what? This guy has beaten both of them blindfolded.
Yeah.
Like he's finished the first one in 11 minutes in change blindfolded, and Super Punch Out in 12 minutes blindfolded. So he got that shit down. And a lot of people were complaining that they didn't really think this was a simultaneous kind of thing because he was pausing Super Punch Out a lot so he could do something in Punch Out. But I say to you, you try that shit.
Yeah, that's semantics at that point. I mean, come on. I think what it was is people were saying he's not really playing it simultaneously, but what he was doing was pausing the game to get one game to catch up to the other one, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I think that's semantics at that point. It's still pretty impressive to beat 2 fucking games at the same time with one controller.
2 Punch Out games.
2 Punch Out games too. Yeah. Yeah. Super Punch Out is arguably less difficult than Punch Out, but I mean, if it was it Mike Tyson's version or was it Mr. Dream?
It was Mike Tyson.
Oh fuck yeah, because that one is harder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson don't fuck around.
Yeah, no, that's fucking cool.
It's a great thing.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I guess
you got something to say?
I got something I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
Is it Skitzos rant time?
It is. It's something I need off my chest right now.
Okay.
That is okay. So the Misfit Brothers have
the
been
greatest clan around.
Been convincing me to get back into GTA 5.
As you should.
And I've said no. I won't. I can't do it.
Right.
I've been through it. I've done it. I've gotten all I need to get out of it. Too many trolls online, and I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Too many trolls.
Didn't like it, man. I was getting shot in the head way too much. You say get better, but man, come on now. Give peace a chance.
It's Grand Theft Auto.
I'm over here and I'm following the guidelines of the road. I'm staying at like 65, but I digress. So I was like, I'm going to install this. So last night I was like, I'll install it. I cleared off my hard drive, cleared off that 55 gigs. I'm installing it. I wake up and I'm like, I'm going to play some GTA. It's been a while since I've seen my character. I wonder what's in my garage. I wonder what the last thing was I wore on my character and all these things, right? So I get on, and when I get on, I'm like, okay, so how do I transfer my character? I'm like, I start a game and I start the game, the story mode off at the beginning again. And I'm like, okay, I can handle that. I go online. They say, make a new character. I make a new character. I go like, where's this transfer? I need to know where the transfer is. I won't do it over again. And I'm looking into it, and it seems that Rockstar stopped offering that service a year ago.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So my character that has all of that shit in their garage, everything that I've earned, all my money, come by. And you know what happened? It happened because of modders. I want to play GTA with you guys, but I won't do it over again. I won't do it. You can't make me. But on the good side,
Okay.
there's a petition being signed, and that petition is currently up to 56,000 signatures
Are you on it?
to bring back that transfer. I am on that petition,
That's the tipping point right there. You're
My
you're
power?
the tipping point.
but
That's the tipping
I
point.
will not play. Spread the word to the other Misfit brothers that
Maybe-
I'm very, very stressed about this. I cannot play.
Maybe Monster Hunter could be that replacement.
I hope so. I will play Monster Hunter. I will play this. But GTA, a little bit of me died when I found out that I couldn't have my character. And it's all because of cheating bastards.
In fairness, though, like we're all started at zero anyway, and it's
Right,
it's just fun playing the races and doing that shit. I mean, it's good crack.
It's fun, man. Listen, I was in the same boat because everybody said all the brothers were like, yeah, we're going to go GTA. And I was like, I'm done with GTA. I'm so done. But going back online, what they fleshed out since the beginning of that, holy fuck, there's so much to do now. And it's free.
Can't do it.
It's free.
Won't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Nope. As soon as I get my character back, I'll come in. I will play PUBG. I will play all things.
Call of
But I
Duty
will
World
not
War
play
II.
GTA.
Call of Duty World War II.
What is
Call of
happening?
Duty. Call of
I've
Duty.
already beat that horse to death.
I will never play a Call of Duty, I swear. I swear I'll never play a Call of
Are
Duty.
you trying to say?
I will
Are you
never
trying
play
to
Call
say?
of Duty ever. I don't like it. I go in, I get shot, and and you respawn, and I get shot again, and I'll never play it.
Are you
Hey,
trying to say
hey,
that Schizo
has
is
anyone
flip
seen-
floppy one?
Has anyone seen Schizo lately? Oh, he's been playing Call of Duty non-stop for fucking months. Guys, I gotta get off Call of Duty. I have everything. I can't max out any more shit. I've prestiged a knife. I can't do any more.
Are you trying to say? Are you trying to insinuate that Schizo is flip floppy? Is that what you're trying to say?
Because
I mean, that
Yes,
sounds like
flip-floppy.
an issue for the doctor, like.
Yes.
But we got you on PUBG, man. You weren't having PUBG.
you weren't having
And we
PUBG.
gave you enough.
Yeah, you
PUBG
were
is
like,
awesome.
No PUBG. I'll
PUBG
never
is
play
awesome.
PUBG ever.
I have never talked. I don't know what you're saying, and I don't know who you talked to, but whoever was in charge of my brain that day is wrong. PUBG
I will never
is
play
awesome.
PUBG ever. Boys,
Ever.
Boys, where are we dropping?
And you know what? Whoever's in charge now has decided that PUBG is awesome. And
PUBG is
you
awesome.
know what? I'm not flip floppy, but I'm just saying I won't play GTA. I'll play PUBG because I've always liked PUBG. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay. Fair enough.
Thanks.
And
for
whoever
that.
watches this should
We'll let
Ross Schizo until he plays GTA.
Yes.
No,
Newsinvadersnews@gmail.com if you want to razz Schizo. Or
don't.
join our Misfit Brothers subreddit on Reddit.
Just don't, because if you razz me, it's not going to help anybody.
Yeah. Don't forget to join the subreddit and razz Schizo. I'll set up a sub.
Hashtag razz Schizo.
I'll set up a razz Schizo sub. I'll do it.
The Ross Schizo Patreon.
Don't do
Yeah.
it.
What else is up on? What else we got?
Celeste.
Celeste.
Celeste. I have to
Man.
say about Celeste. I only heard about this last night,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went and watched some of the stuff, and I have to say, I think it's awesome.
So
The whole
I've got-
idea of it is really
Yes.
good.
Yeah, so I got a Switch, and anytime a game gets a 10 on IGN, I generally tend to pay attention. You know, I don't really care about what a reviewer says about a game. It's because ultimately the most important reviewer is yourself, and if a game speaks to you and all that.
Yeah.
But anytime a game gets a 10, gets garnered attention. So I downloaded it. It's an indie game. You know, it was only $30 for me. And I started playing it, and it immediately screams like Super Meat Boy kind of jazz. But after playing it for a little bit, it's totally different. And the whole game is a metaphor, you know, and it's absurd how good it is. Like, the pixel art graphics are just amazing. And it comes off as a kiddie Nintendo game until you start playing it, and it does require quite a bit of skill. You get different abilities to teleport and things like that, but as you teleport, you can't do it again. You have to land on a platform, or you have to get a gem that allows you to power up, or allows you to regenerate your teleport ability.
Yeah.
and it gets increasingly harder as you go up the mountain, right?
Yeah.
And the whole thing is about overcoming the mountain.
Yeah, I mean,
The mountain's name is Celeste.
Yeah.
And again, it's the fact that it touches on the story itself is about anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
And that in itself is like climbing a mountain, trying to get yourself back up there again. And
That's
I think that's a really good, it's a really good message, especially if kids and stuff are playing it. You know what I mean? Teaching a little bit about this, and I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah, I mean, being in the gaming community, there are a number of us that struggle with that sort of thing, and to have a game address it and see it come to light and something that you could play and visualize yourself getting over and visualize yourself playing through it and all that, right? Could even be a help towards that. Right?
Yeah.
It's nice to see a game with like an underlying, like with like a positive message. You know, I mean, instead of just being like, you know, kill a million zombies or, you know, steal as many cars as you can. You know, it has an actual message which is worth. You know what I mean? It's a good way to spread the word about such things.
Exactly. It's worth a lot more. And the gameplay on it's stellar. It's super smooth. It's very polished. It's frustrating at the beginning. You will die a lot. It actually counts your deaths. There's actually a death counter in it. Whenever you save, it'll tell you how many times you've died. And mine is in the triple digits now because the game is fucking hard. But it's awesome. It's definitely a game. You know, when we're sitting down at the end of the night, my wife and I, and she's on her thing and I'm on mine. That's what I've been playing recently, and it's. Man, I can't say enough about it. If you own a Switch, get this game. Seriously.
Yeah.
Very cool. Right. Makes me want a Switch. That's for sure.
I know why you want a Switch. You want to play with cardboard.
Well,
the Labo.
Gabbo, Labo.
All things to me is a simple name. Like cardboard, that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that Labo's. That's not for us. It's for kids, right? That's going toward that. My nephew, my daughter. That's we're Labos. That's what that's for, right? There's a lot of people. I've been seeing a lot of people shitting online for it. You know, that's not entirely fair. They say, "Well, I don't like this." Well, good for you. You're a 40-year-old man who doesn't want to play with cardboard. Cool, right? But you see a kid who plays with Lego, and now you can visualize the Lego. Building it into a Switch and then changing that into something like a robot or fishing or however they go with this, right? I mean,
that's great for an engineer brain to help that kid develop that engineering. Yeah,
that's all it is. I won't buy it because I don't need to fish with a cardboard box, but you know,
I do.
Yeah. Well, hey, there you go. We'll
I'm gonna buy.
We'll get you a Switch.
I'm going to buy Nintendo cereal boxes, and I'm going to build my Labo stuff out of Nintendo cereal boxes. It's going to be great.
There you go. There are schematics you can download. You'll be able to download the schematics and put them on like an Amazon box or something like that. Cut it out.
Sweet. And every time I do it, I always end up making a paper airplane. That's it.
There you go. What else? Got anything else?
No. We have covered everything.
That's everything?
That's everything. That's everything that ever existed.
Everything that ever existed and ever will.
That's it.
From then on out.
That's the never-ending story right there. Get you a witch dragon.
There you go. Luck dragon. Luck dragon.
Was he? He was a luck dragon.
God damn it, man.
He looked slimy, didn't he? I'd be afraid to touch him. He looked slimy. He looked weird, man.
What?
And the luck dragon was covered in awesome fur. You just wanted to sleep on him.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was like, he was like a big shag carpet.
I don't know, man. Every time. What was his name?
Dragon, are you thinking of?
Yeah, what one were you watching?
The never-ending story.
But you watching Rain of Fire or something, and you got her confused.
Yeah, you're like that. Yeah, that dragon doesn't look fun at all. That one breathes fire and kills people. I need to shoot a harpoon at it.
What was this guy's name? What was the luck dragon's name in Never-ending Story? It's right there, but I've always seen him, and he looks slimy.
Falcor.
Like he has the Falcor.
Yeah.
He looked like he was slimy.
Atreyu was the kid.
Yeah. I don't know, man. All right.
That's a discussion for another day.
I just think you're just against luck dragons, man.
I think so. You have luck dragon hate in your heart.
I think we need to cut this off. There's been enough of this.
Well, that's been News Invaders for this week. Join us next week. We'll talk about the news, the games, the movies, the shows, all the nerd stuff we love.
Awesome.
In the meanwhile, if you want to talk to us, you can get us at newsinvadersnews@gmail.com. Join us on Reddit /MisfitBrothers. Or follow us on Twitter. Or all of them.
Yep.
Do all of the above. We like it all. All the attentions.
He does like it all.
Hey, it's all good now. All right. Peace. That's it.